Hello everybody, thank you for joining me today. My name is David. I'm a life coach and I help people recover and heal and grow from narcissistic relationships, emotional abuse, trauma, things like this. And this is a question and answer video where I'm answering people's questions from the last question and answer video last Monday. I do this every single Monday. If you guys have questions today, please ask me anything you want. Go down in the description or the comment box, ask me anything you want and I'll answer it in the next Q&A video next Monday. All I ask, please, is you guys give me your locations. Tell us where you are. Please give us your locations. Tell us where you are. I want to welcome new subscribers. Thank you very much for supporting me and this channel and what I'm doing. So I'm really trying to get information out there for people recovering from narcissistic relationships of all kinds, people with personality disorders, emotional abuse, emotional families, divorce, recovering and healing and growing, things like this. So even if I'm not the help that people need, sometimes I can help people find the help they need just by coming across my information. If you guys think I'm providing something beneficial for you and I might be able to provide something beneficial for other people, please recommend me. Support me by posting this video or other videos of mine in other areas, social medias. Put them in a playlist, please. That would be awesome. Subscribe to my channel. Comment down below. Vote yes or no. Things like that really help me out. And I really appreciate the time that you take to do that. Thank you. Something I like to do every single week is make a recommendation for you guys. I've been doing this... I think I've been doing these Q&A videos for over 3 years. I know I have. Over 3 years now. I do them every single week. Recommendations every week. That's a lot of recommendations. If you guys want more and more recommendations, go watch every single Q&A video that I do. And there should be, 100 to 150 different recommendations. This week, I want to recommend something called a full body vibration. And you can get like a machine, a board, a plank. And this is something, an idea and something that humans have been using since 1880. They were designed to, and still used today by NASA. They were designed to recover from physical injuries back in 1880 is why they first came about. And there's a lot of claims for these things, and I'm not in any way backing up every claim they make. But there are doctors that say that there are benefits to these things, and NASA uses them for different things as well that will, I think, benefit victims of trauma, emotional trauma. So here's some of the things. And all this is, guys, is the basics of it is just a vibrating board that you exercise on, if you haven't heard of these and what they are. They range from different sizes. They range from different prices. For sure, I've seen a couple thousand. I'm recommending one down there on Amazon that's over $150, over $100. I can't remember exactly how much. It's somewhere over $100. You might be able to find it cheaper. There might be facilities that allow you to rent them or to use them as well. So it helps with monosynaptic and polysynaptic pathways. It helps with weight loss. That's all I usually have to say with women. Weight loss, it decreases stress. Decreases stress. Number two thing they're saying that it does. Improves circulation. Increases flexibility and balance. Stronger bones. That's why a big reason NASA uses it, for stronger bones while they're out in space. Healthier skin. Joint and back pain relief. Relief from disease pain. And motor function impairment. I have a lot of clients with Lyme. It's supposed to help with that. Enhanced metabolism, reduction of cortisol. One of the major things I do is try to get people to reduce their cortisol levels and spikes in their cortisol. So that's the stress chemical. And this has a reduction of cortisol. Elevation of human growth hormone levels. Improved lymphatic flow, reduces cellulite. And I have people telling me that it's reducing their cellulite. Stimulates collagen production for smoother skin. This is for recovery from physical pain and physical injuries. And I believe also there might be a mental and emotional benefit with alertness and things like this. I think so. So I'm going to put a link down below for it on Amazon. One that I found that was affordable. So check it out if you guys are interested. Like I said, you know, ask your doctor if it's okay. And I by no means am saying that all these claims are true or anything, okay? Form your own opinion, please. Thank you. All this is a machine that vibrates. That's it. So let's get started with the questions right away. First one is from Sam. And I don't know where you're from, Sam. Please tell us your locations, everybody. How do I know I'm not the narcissist? How would I know? You're not. If you don't know, I don't know. Just kidding, Sam. You know, one common thing a lot of people like to say is, well, you're asking, so you're probably not. And that's, you know, the fact that you care or that you want to get help, you want to change yourself, things like this, those are good signs, but it doesn't mean you're not a narcissist. Doesn't mean you don't have a personality disorder, per se. One thing I like to do, and first thing I'm going to just tell everybody is, for diagnosis, doctor. Period. We don't self-diagnose. We don't let our life coach diagnose you. We don't let our friends diagnose you. We don't let somebody else's therapist diagnose you. It needs to be directly from a therapist you're right in front of. Okay? So we don't diagnose ourselves, and it can be extremely damaging to do that. I'm serious. I've seen some bad situations where people thought there was something and ugly. One thing you can do is look at the DSM, which is the manual that doctors use to diagnose their patients with mental disorders. You can look up narcissistic personality disorder. It's a spectrum that we are all on. That's why you need 5 out of 9 traits to meet the criteria for the disorder. It gives you a rough idea, right? If you know you have empathy and you don't hold yourself important over anybody else, and you believe yet you aren't entitled, and you're not a selfish person, and you're not suspicious of others' actions and motivations, and you don't need attention all the time, and you're not arrogant, judgmental, and these things, you're probably not a narcissist. If you are all these things, and you don't think you're any of these things, you lack so much awareness, you're going to need a lot more help than just looking at something like that. How do I know I'm not the narcissist? I really, you know, it's hard for me to touch, Sam. It is. Most likely you're not, if you're a nice, caring, loving person, and people are important to you, and who people are important to you. Yeah. And you don't abuse people, you know, you don't exploit, and exploit is the word that really helps, because sometimes we abuse people on accident. Sometimes we abuse people we don't know about, we aren't aware of it. Sometimes we have reactionary abuse and someone's abusing us for so long and we hit back or something. But exploitation is a really key word with personality disorders, specifically narcissistic. Okay. Do you exploit people, Sam? But other than that, Sam, I can't tell you you're not. I can't tell you, just like I can't tell you you are. Go see a therapist, okay? Go see a therapist and just ask them. And, you know, to wonder if you have a personality disorder is not fun, I'd imagine. Thank you, Sam. Sorry I couldn't help you more. I could give you all kinds of hints and clues maybe, but being that it's on a spectrum, you probably have some traits. Doesn't mean you're a narcissist. Okay? Yeah. Renee Stroud from North Carolina. Hello, Renee. Are there any stories of narcissists who transformed? And I mean, I have seen borderlines, narcissists, sociopaths, all that say that they've changed. They've claimed that, and some of these people have claimed that they don't have the disorder anymore. That's difficult for me to conceive, that you just get rid of your personality disorder. I'm not a doctor. Are there any stories of people who have transformed? There's tons. Yes. You can find them on YouTube. I was going to recommend someone that I don't see there on YouTube anymore. And she was great. She says she's a narcissist. I believe she was a narcissist. I talked to her many, many, many times to help her and to talk with her about her personality disorder. And she stopped abusing people. She knew it was wrong. She started a family of her own. And as far as I know, wasn't abusing her husband. And she was a pleasant person to talk to and be around. But, you know, we can recreate ourselves every day, right? I've said this before, Tibetan monks can reach full enlightenment by the afternoon. And then we go to bed and we wake up and we have to do it all over again. To change who you are, I don't even know what that takes exactly. But, yeah. So I was going to actually direct you to what somebody specifically, they're not on YouTube anymore, so I can't. But you can see stories. You'll see people on YouTube, guys. There's people that have channels that said that they used to be borderline, and now I'm not anymore. You know, but who knows? I'm recovering from my narcissism, is some channels. So if you're interested in that, go check them out. There's sociopaths I have found on YouTube that they're recovering. I know a sociopath who says that they want to be a good person. They want to be healthier. They focus on their mental health all the time. And they try to be as aware as they can of exploiting people. But that's their main problem, is they exploit people so much it's hard to even be aware that they're doing it sometimes. So they have to be really aware. And I've seen sociopaths that don't want to exploit people anymore, and they end up isolating to the nth degree, so they don't even come in contact with people anymore to make sure they don't exploit them anymore. It's crazy. So people, yeah, if you want to see stories like that, you can probably find them. Tessa from St. Louis, Missouri. Hello, Tessa. You said it's important to know what reasons our narcissists are with us. It could be so many things they are with us. How do we determine the reasons? Are there signs? I'm not denying, if you're quoting me, I'm not denying I said that. I just don't see why I would say that you need to find the reason why a narcissist was with you. Maybe I said something like that, but I think it's important for you to find out why you were with a narcissist. And that might be similar, and you might have meant that, Tessa, but I don't care why a narcissist was with you, or, you know, for the narcissist, as much as I care about why you were dating someone disordered. So I think that's what you meant, but that's how I'm going to answer it. Why were some of victims of narcissistic abuse dating in relationships, committed relationships with narcissists, people with personality disorders, okay? A major thing I see is parentification. I mean, it's incredible. And I can tell you these things, and you guys will still, a lot of you will say, oh, no, I never did that, until you sit down right in front of me and I point it out to you and you go, yep, I used to do that. Because we don't have a contrast. You have one childhood. You weren't in other people's families and watching them, how they are. You didn't have 2 families, 3 families. Even if you had a couple parents and stuff, it's still your same family. So parentification is a huge one. And that's, you know, just any moment, just, it's going to be okay, mom. Or mom or dad neglects you physically. I mean, maybe even, you know, locked up in the bedroom. You have to go comfort yourself. You can't even go tell them bad things happened and bad feelings, and you're scared. It's kind of, you're just left on your own, you know, and you end up having to take care of a sibling, or your mom or father is sick and you have to comfort them and tell them it's going to be okay, or maybe feed them, bring food to them, get medicine for them, take care of them, parentified. You are now the parent. And it's where the attention is taken off of you and put on them or your siblings, other people, okay? Neglectful, if you find yourself in neglectful relationships as an adult, then you were in neglectful relationships as a child. If you found yourself in abusive relationships as an adult, then you were in abusive relationships as a child. Physical abuse in your adulthood, then you were probably physically abused in your childhood. Emotional abuse in adulthood, you were probably emotionally abused in childhood. Sexual abuse, rape, most have been molested as children. If you're insecure, if you have doubt, if you worry, you have stress, anxiety, depression, you were probably neglected in childhood. I hope that helps. I hope that makes sense. We date our own emotional self-worth, guys. If you're going to call me up and tell me that your husband is the worst person in the world, I'm just going to say I'm sorry that you believe that's what you're worth. Mr. H.A. Double from Maryland. Hello, Mr. Double. What type of things would I see and hear when a narcissistic person is mentally breaking down and deteriorating? How would I know when they're all falling apart? Well, we're all a little narcissistic, so let's say a narcissist. That might be what you said, a narcissist person. So what does it look like when a narcissist is imploding, right? Deteriorating, mentally breaking down. Well, narcissists are so dependent on people and to build up their ego. So they don't know who they are, and it's only what they identify with. And they have low self-esteem, low self-worth, and they counter it with massive ego that has to be better than everybody else. I'm more special. I'm more unique than everybody else. And the people around me must support that. And when that stops and they figure out, people around them figure out they're liars and cheaters and manipulators and nobody wants anything to do with them anymore, and all the people they depended on or relied on to tell them who they are now all gone out of their life, they implode, right? They might isolate. This causes instability, emotional instability. They don't process emotions at all. And so they get more and more and more emotions. It makes them more unstable. They become impulsive and they have an unstable sense of self. So you might see a narcissist like this. You'll see this common with kids too, teenagers and stuff, early 20s, and they'll change really rapidly. They'll change their appearance. They'll be very impulsive. So their behaviors and their choices are impulsive, and they might have addictions. They might start drinking when they didn't really, or drinking heavier, or start doing drugs when they didn't do drugs, or doing more drugs or a harder drug. You might see them breaking up and ending other relationships and throwing anybody else they had in their life away. They might move far away, quit their job, more depression, anger, rage is what you'll see a lot. Self-harming, maybe, possibly. Real desperation, isolation. Starting new relationships right away. Engagement, marriage, move in together, boom. Buy a house in 2 months. These are the kinds of things you're going to see with a narcissist that does that. Stay away from people that unstable. People, we're all equal. We're all making mistakes, but we got watch out for people that unstable. And the more we're around people that unstable, the more we're usually just enabling them anyways. So if you want them to change and get better, then we need to stop. Thank you, Mr. Double. Claire, I'm sorry, that wasn't Mr. Double. Yeah, Mr. Double. Claire from Manchester, England. Hello, Claire. Not watched for a while from me getting past a narcissist relationship. I moved on, but now I'm seeing things in him that remind me of the ex. Am I just paranoid, or am I still attracting narcissists? Okay. For those of you who don't understand, I think, Claire, what you're asking, Claire, is you're dating someone else now. You think you've moved on and past that narcissistic relationship, but here you are dating somebody else and you're starting to see similarities. This is a problem. How you feel is the problem. I'm not going to put attention on them, what they're doing, their traits, diagnose them. It's how you feel is a problem. No matter what they're doing, how you feel is a problem. It needs to be addressed, Claire, no matter what. It needs to be addressed. It's not about, oh, he's not a narcissist, then my bad feelings need to go away. Oh, he's not doing anything bad to me, I need to trust him, my bad feelings need to go away. No, I have these bad feelings, it's going too fast, slow down, don't move in, stop going out so much, stop talking so much. Slow it down. You're going too fast. It's not about what he wants. It's not about how he feels. It's not about his demands, his needs, his desires, what he wishes for, what other people do, what his last one did, what your parents did. It's about how you feel. That's it. That's it. That's how we judge how fast we're going to go. It's not about the other person. Are you still attracting narcissists? Probably. I'd like to know what you did, Claire, since this narcissist relationship. You said you're getting past and moved on. What did you do to do that? You should be able to say this, and this, David. Instead of, well, you know, I worked out. You know, I gave it some time. I stayed at home, didn't date anybody for a while. That's all. I'd be like, no, yep, you're attracting narcissists probably. You know. I couldn't tell you, right? I don't know this person. I don't know what you've done to grow and heal and learn. I don't know. The fact that you're doubting isn't good. All you have to do is say, I'm not sure. I'm going to take longer time to get to know somebody. Don't commit yet. Don't go too fast. I'm telling you guys, the right way to date people is to date people, not person. When we start dating one person at a time, we're committed right away, aren't we? It's like we're committed to them right away. But if we start dating people and, hey, I'm going to start dating now, actively date, and I'm going to date somebody else and this person, or if it's just you, I'm going to go slow. Doesn't mean we need to talk every single night right away. Doesn't mean you need to tell them everything about your past relationship. These are indicators you're not healed yet if you're talking about your past relationship, if you're comparing this person to the last person, if you feel similar like you did with that person, if you're getting scared and paranoid and stuff like this, all indicators you're going too fast. It doesn't have to be anything wrong with them. Nicole from Plymouth Meeting, Pennsylvania. Hello, Nicole. Are all narcissists codependent as well? Pretty much. I hate that all, but yeah. Because even if you just say their victims are, then they are too. Codependent is about both. One person codependent in a relationship, two people codependent in a relationship, right? I was watching You on Netflix, and there's a character, a woman who has a codependent brother, and she's just always there for him and does everything for him, and everyone else is like, God, your brother's so codependent. Don't you get it? Don't you get it? Well, it's like, well, so is she. So is she. She does everything, bails him out of everything, worries and stresses and thinks about him all the time, and yeah, codependent too. I've learned that in a codependent. Oh, you've learned that you're codependent, and I get confused with codependency. Growing up, I had a very dysfunctional family, similar to the narcissist. How come they turned out to be abusers and some codependent? Feel the 10-year relationship made me a different person. Is this common, or is this seriously something wrong with me? What happened to you didn't make you a different person. It's what we do with it that becomes who we are. Okay? You and someone else could have the exact same experience, and you're going to decide that you're going to become this, and the other person decides they're going to become this, and it is up to them. When people come and contact me and they say, David, I'm never going to get any better, I just say, yep, you're never going to get any better. Or let's say I'll tell everyone they're going to get better except the ones that believe they won't. Then they won't. Attitude is everything. And then back to, how come they turned out to be abusers and some codependent? Well, it's not we just all become codependent or abusers either. Abuse, child abuse is trauma. And we all react differently to trauma. So abusers, people who have been abused as children, typically either grow up abusing other people or grow up taking it until they heal from it. Okay? We react differently. And you can say similar, and you can tell me that you had the exact same experience as someone else, and I'll say impossible. Impossible. There's at least 3 factors that just make up who we are. And those aren't similar. Even your own sibling, it's not similar. Trust me. There's so much difference between your experience and anybody else's. So much. And we all react differently, even if they are the same. Okay? We have choices to make, people. And these personality disorders, It's about developing your personality, and that doesn't happen into adulthood. That's why we don't diagnose children with personality disorders. It's all the way up to adulthood, and we had decisions and choices to make along the whole way. And that's why I'm telling you, it's not about your experience that you've had that it makes you who you are. It's about what you do with it. I promise you. Thank you. I hope that makes sense, Nicole. If not, just keep asking me, okay? Thanks. And that goes to anybody. I'm sorry if I miss anyone's questions. Sometimes I don't make these videos. Like today, I'm making this video a couple days before Monday. So someone might ask me a question, I'll miss it from now until Monday. Someone will ask me questions on an old Q&A. It won't work. I might just miss one. Okay? So just please, don't take offense to it. Please just keep asking me. And if you don't understand my questions, keep asking me. If I misunderstand, ask me again. If anything, just keep asking me. I don't care if we're getting the same questions every week. That's fine. Okay? Karina, don't know where you're from. Tell us your locations. How do you keep away from a narcissistic father? Even I have moved away. He rings and says, you don't love me or mom anymore. Oh, mum. You said mum. You don't love me or mum anymore. So now I know you're from the United Kingdom. You're from England, Karina. Because you don't ring, you don't care. How do I draw the line with my father's crap? So, real simple. Boundary is what you're comfortable with. We communicate it. That's all you got to do, Karina. Dad, I'm not comfortable with you calling me this many times a week. Dad, you can call me this many times a week. Dad, when you call me, I don't want to hear negativity. Dad, I don't want to hear accusations. Dad, don't ever tell me what I have to do again. Dad, never give me advice unless I ask for it. You starting to understand here, right? And if they don't comply, it's up to you how long you're going to take it, and then you're gone. If they can't change, they don't understand it, then we don't talk to people like this. Yes, even your father, your mother, your grandmother, your grandfather, your doctor, your clerk, your surgeon, your priest, your boyfriend, husband, anybody that disrespects you and doesn't care about your boundaries. We cannot control people. We can just ask them. Okay? You ask your dad to stop, and if he doesn't, you change your phone number. It's that simple. You wait 6 months, and then you call him up. You ready? You ready to hear my boundaries now, Dad? Do you respect me yet? You did a horrible thing. What you need to do is blah, blah. Click. Now we go 6 years. I'm sorry. I don't know any other way, except we just lose ourselves and just serve other people instead of ourselves. I don't know other ways. We ask them, we show them where our boundary is, and if they continue to step over it, we're done. Relationship's over. Divorce your family. I'm a big proponent of divorcing your family, guys. I think I'm going to start the movement. Divorce your family. How do I draw the line with my father's crap? You show him where the line is. And you cut his foot off when he steps on it. Over it. I'm sorry, Karina. Good luck. It's about communication. And the reason you're not communicating it very well is because your self-worth is low. Our boundaries are a measure of our self-worth. Where are they? Do you not let anybody hurt you? Or do you let people hurt you? Or just sometimes? Nicole from Portland. Hello, Nicole. Oh, you know what? I got to stop the video here. It's already been too long. I'll stop part 1 here. I'll see you in part 2. Love yourself first. Please help me in post. Subscribe. Tell us your locations. See you guys in part 2. Bye.